Gentleman yields back. Chair recognizes Mr. Palmer for 5 minutes.
I would point out that the peace agreement with the Taliban made in February of 2020, at least through September 2020, there were 0 American service men or women killed in Afghanistan. I do have a question for Mr. Storch, Mr. Sopko. Apparently, the U.S. government gave the Taliban a list of Americans and Afghan allies, names of people that were trying to get to the airport in Kabul. Are you aware of that, Mr. Storch?
Our office hasn't done any work on that. I will say that we are aware of the after-action work that was done by the administration, and I immediately requested and obtained full copies of that, and my team and I are reviewing that.
Mr. Sopko, were you aware that a list of Americans and Afghan allies was given to the Taliban?
I am only aware from what's been reported in the press. I'm not aware of it. Again, we did not look at the withdrawal, so I can't answer that question.
Okay, I have a lot of concern about that because, and this is for the State Department, you don't need to respond, but I do think the State Department needs to respond and on this question, and if there was a list, who was on the list, and can they account for those people? It was characterized in the media by anonymous sources within the State Department that it was tantamount to giving the Taliban a kill list. Mr. Storch, were there any American soldiers remaining in Afghanistan after the final withdrawal from Kabul?
Again, as I testified, Congressman, following the withdrawal,
So you're not, it's a yes or no?
I don't have the answer to that.
Do you know, Mr. Sopko?
No, I don't.
Do any of you know, in the weeks following the withdrawal, whether or not there were American service members who were still there? I'll follow up on that later. I may need to talk to someone else about this. Did any of you encounter anyone with the State Department that expressed or exhibited any level of animosity or negative feelings toward American servicemen and women or American contractors or Afghan allies? And did you, in your efforts to do your investigations, did you encounter anyone that displayed any animosity toward U.S. involvement in Afghanistan? So yes or no. If you don't know.
You're saying State Department employees who expressed that?
Have you talked to people outside of Washington?
Oh, absolutely. We interviewed 800-some people, and since the U.S. government wouldn't talk to us, we interviewed a lot of former and current employees privately. Yes, we've talked to a lot of people. I don't remember encountering anybody expressing any animosity to U.S. troops and the people we interviewed.
Okay. Mr. Chairman, I'll follow up on this later with you. Mr. Sopko, you've already expressed some reservations about U.S. funding, sending billions of dollars to Afghanistan to promote human rights, to support the rights of women and girls, particularly the rights of women and girls to work, to get an education. How confident are you that the Taliban will make sure that every dollar of U.S. taxpayers' money will go toward promoting and supporting human rights, and particularly in regard to women and girls?
I don't trust the Taliban as far as you can throw them. And the information we're getting, again, not from the State Department, who isn't talking to us, or USAID, who's giving us access, is that the Taliban are already diverting funds. Let me just correct one thing, sir. I am not opposed to humanitarian assistance. That's a policy decision that Congress and the President and the administration have to make. I just am saying, if the purpose is to help the Afghan people, we have to have effective oversight to ensure the money goes to those people and not to some Taliban. And I would just say, I haven't seen a starving Taliban fighter on TV. They all seem to be fat, dumb, and happy. I see a lot of starving Afghan children on TV. So I'm wondering where all this funding is going.
Well, I think we're all aware that withholding food and sustenance is a way to maintain control over a population. And I have some serious concerns about what's happened there post the withdrawal and how it was handled. in the efforts to post-withdrawal of private contractors to extract people, that frankly, some of that's still going on. The fact that the Taliban was going house to house, people could hear gunshots in the streets. I'm very concerned about what's happened in that country, and I support humanitarian aid, but I don't support giving money to people who are murdering people in the street, who are denying people basic human rights, and who are basically withholding the opportunities that for 20 years Afghan women and girls enjoyed while we were there. My last question, if I may, Mr. Chairman, is did anyone at the Department of Defense or the State Department express any reservations about abandoning Bagram? Does any?
Gentlemen's time's expired, but feel free to answer the question.
Yeah, we reported out in our lead IG reporting regarding all the facts and case, but we haven't done any oversight work related to that. Okay. And I would say as well, if I can, I know we're over, but that goes to the point that Mr. Sopko made earlier. Many of these are policy, strategic decisions, and so as IGs, our role is, once those are set, to do oversight that determines whether the policy or strategy is being done efficiently or effectively.
I thank the chairman.
Hey, before you click on the next video, if y'all could do me a big favor and hit that like button. The algorithm loves it, and so do I, because it helps promote these videos and get the message out about what our government has been doing. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications, because every time I put out a video, you want to know about it, right? Thanks again, and have a good one. See you on the next one. Peace.